This open home may not look busy, but the one-bedroom apartment is up for sale in the nation's hottest property market.
Double door pantry.
It is definitely the most crazy market that I've ever seen. There's so much demand for people wanting to purchase properties, very, very limited stock, and so competition is high, which is obviously driving the price.
Here in Perth, the number of properties available to buy remains more than 40% below average. Agent Natalie Hatton has seen prices jump in the last month and a half.
There's so many people looking to buy. There's no rentals, so they're trying to take advantage, if they're a first home buyer, of the first home buyer scheme.
Nationally, prices rose 1% in November and 7.5% over the year. The median home value is more than $880,000. Perth led the monthly gains, followed by Brisbane, Adelaide, Darwin, Hobart, the regions, Canberra, Sydney and Melbourne.
We've seen a 10th consecutive month of growth in Australia's housing market, but the November numbers showed a bit of a slowdown in the pace of growth.
But Eliza Owen says that slowdown is not a surprise.
I think that much of the market momentum was being kept alive by rate cuts in 2025. So the fact that the outlook has changed, the November cash rate cut was off the table, and the mainstream view is that there might be one cut in 2026, is really changing buyer decision making.
Whether that turns people off, I don't know, because as I say, we've got such a shortage over here that I think it's just continually going to keep growing.
Another factor shaping the future of the housing market will be new lending limits.
From February, banks will only be able to lend 20% of new home loans to buyers borrowing more than 6 times their annual income. Experts say it's more of a preemptive move that won't do much to cool prices just yet.
Limiting high debt-to-income ratios at 20% of new originations seems pretty conservative when, at this stage, only around 5.5% of new originations are on those terms at the moment.
Looking into the new year, the pace of price growth is expected to slow further.
To be honest, I think the outlook for next year has seen this accumulation of headwinds. We've definitely shifted to a softer outlook for the market.
Denise, here we go. That's the brochure I've been telling you about, so finally we've got it out.
In the nation's most expensive city, this buyer's agent thinks prices will keep rising.
Is there a ceiling in the property market? No, unfortunately there's not. Property is a function of supply and demand, and as long as the people have the money to buy property in Sydney, you'll always see Sydney leading the pack.
Rich Harvey says while talk of an interest rate hike has spooked some buyers, he's seeing many pull out all the stops to get on the property ladder.
There is a lot of old money circulating. The bank of mum and dad is always there behind the big five banks, and a lot of people are using equity or gifting now money to their kids to get into the property market early. On top of that, you've got the 5% home deposit scheme, and that's really putting petrol on the fire.
A hot housing market coming off the boil.